Hey, what's going on? Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. We're at the LA Amp Show 2008, checking out new stuff from Marshall and Vox. I've got Rob Math with me here. I'm not supposed to say you're also known as the Onion. What's up with that, man?
How's it going, guys? That was actually a nickname I got in the recording studio a couple years back.
I'm not even going to ask why.
Yeah,
maybe I should.
Let's not even get
All right, we won't go there.
I wound up playing on a bunch of things, and you'll see on the recording it says the Onion, so I had to go with it.
All right, hey, we're here to check out a cool pedal. This is Joe Satriani's, man. This is the Saturator. Tell me about this.
Well, this is a brand new pedal that was designed in collaboration with Joe. They made a handful of prototypes. Was it about 12 prototypes or so? And it's an extremely musical, articulate distortion or overdrive pedal. It's got two different modes here. You've got one that's your regular overdrive, and then you have a second section that's your more section, which is kind of like Spinal Tap. Like my amps go to 11. Well, when you're on stage and you just want to have a little bit more gain, just to take you over the edge for your solos, you can kick on that more switch, and it'll give you that extra drive and bite.
Well, I want to hear it. Tell me about the guitar and the amp. We're using a 57, and then go ahead and demo it for us.
Sure. Well, we're actually plugged into the AC-15 hand-wired here. These are really cool. These are the to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Vox. They're completely hand-wired. There's a little bit different design on the AC-15. You've got two channels. The first channel brings back the original EF86 preamp tube, which is extremely organic and gives you a really nice kind of really sweet gain and distortion, where the second channel is based off of like a 63 top boost, standard 12 AX7s. So you get the EF86 here, and then the standard 12 AX7 top boost here. But how we're going to run the amp is, not too much drive. Okay, so kind of like that. And what I was told was my understanding that Joe pretty much runs his amps clean and then uses the Saturator for his distortion, solely for his distortion. Right now we're running this kind of just a good classic rock sound.
All right, I see two SD single coils there. Somebody's BlackBerry's freaking out the amp there. But all right,
these pickups, these are a secret. Now, I get asked questions all the time about the pickups. This was originally a Fender from the late 70s, like a 79 Fender, and I popped in these Seymour Duncan classic stacks here, and this is like a Hot Rails.
The bridge is a Hot Rails.
So I can get a nice diverse array of tones.
Okay. All right, so we're all set. Everyone's got their reference.
Yeah.
Let's hear what this thing can do.
On the pedal, just real quick, is that they added in this pad feature here, and what's nice about that is that if you're using like a wah or some type of pedal in front of this, that helps just pad the input so it doesn't clip the overdrive pedal before your signal goes in. And that's something that I guess apparently Joe was really had found from using a lot of different types of pedals, that you'd had issues sometimes, so they figured out a way to overcome that. So let's check it out though. You'll see it sounds great, and it's really articulate. So here's the amp just by itself. And here's with the Saturator. And then you can hit the more switch.
We should note that was with the volume pretty much maxed, right? The tone on the low side.
Yeah, it's just kind of a flat kind of sound, not too bright. Now, right now, when I kick on the pedal, I've got the gain set really low, just for a nice boost. But as I increase it, And watch what happens when I start to do some kind of shred picking stuff. You can really hear all the notes. A lot of times you'll have an overdrive or distortion pedal, and it sort of, just covers up the sound. Everything gets kind of lost. So.
That's really cool. You kind of plexed it out at the end by taking the gain down.
Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit more of an organic tone, and then show you how when I kicked on the more section, it would really, saturate, and it still retains all the definition, all the picking dynamics and tones. That's a really cool thing about this pedal. So
very cool. Well, hey man, thanks a lot. We sure appreciate your time in the demo. We're going to go out now. Why don't you take us out? I'm Joe Coffey, and you're watching PremierGuitar.com.